let's talk about toys because our children sometimes crave for certain toys. But as we go along buying the toys, do we just buy any toy or should there be some considerations when buying some toys as to maybe how the toy can help a child? Are there considerations that we caregivers of children with autism should have when looking out for a toy for our children?
Thank you. So when you're buying toys, the things to consider is the need of your child. And number two, the function. The toy should be functional. Because you saw a certain toy in a therapy center or a clinic, you just don't go and buy it. Is it beneficial to your child? When I say functional, is it beneficial to your child? Maybe you saw shakers in the sense in a therapy center, you want to go and buy shakers, and maybe your child is the one who doesn't like noise. So your toy should be functional, should have a purpose. Yeah. What are you trying to achieve with that toy? For example, you get the building blocks. Yeah, the building blocks has a function. Yeah, you're working on concentration, fine motor. There's so much you're working problem solving skills. But because you saw someone with fidgeting toys, the ones that you can move, you want to buy it. And maybe your child is unaversive to that, to certain textures. So the consideration when you're buying a toy is the function of that toy. What do you want to achieve with it? And then sometimes it's not necessary to buy all the toys in the supermarket. Some you can do it yourself in the house.
Okay, like which ones? Some examples.
Mm-hmm. So let's say you're working on, okay, ball. The main toys that I would say it's good to have is balls, different textures, depending on the need of your child. You have pegs in the house. Pegs can serve a lot of purpose. You can use it to sort colors. You can use it to do fine motor skills. You can use the pegs to work on their attention. You have bottles in the house, so you can use the pegs. You get the water bottle, and you can use the pegs when you're working on maybe sustained attention or fine motor skills. You can make the child to pick the pegs from your placed water and pegs inside a basin. You can make the child to pick them from the basin and putting them in the bottle. That is, you've worked on attention, you've worked on sorting, you've worked on fine motor. So you don't need to buy a lot of things. You have beans in the house, you have spaghetti in the house and pasta. There are those that have holes. You don't need to buy beads, especially for the kids who like putting things in their mouths. So you can buy those pasta and then you let the child thread the pasta. It helps you to achieve what the beads would have achieved. And it's very safe for the child. So another thing to consider in buying a toy is safety. Yeah, you want to go and buy beans and your child mouths everything. You see, that's not safe. So consider that. You can do a lot of things in the house.
Okay. Um, I want to bring in another aspect of children who probably walk on tippy toes, or some of them, if they touch like grass, they feel they are touching something that is not welcome to their hands. How do you address that at home?
So have what we call sensory diet. Sensory diet is not feeding per se. It's just structuring the various toys or tools to achieve the needs of the child. So for a child who doesn't like stepping or tiptoeing or stepping on the grass, you can introduce various textures of mats. Then even the cushions have different textures on the cushion and let the child step on them. Introduce them gradually. You can have a sand tray. You can put beans in a tray and then let the child step on that. For a child who doesn't like doing messy play, start with water activity. You start from let them touch the water and then touch something that is dry. It could be sun, it could be sugar, it could be rice, it could be flour. So introduce those textures gradually before, don't force the child. In everything that you do, don't force the child. Sometimes even allow the child to lead so that you can know what the child is seeking, what sensory input the child is seeking.